telling all his business, hiding shitted on himself and all kind of crazy shit, and niggas sleeping in the back of U-Hauls. You motherfucking right, my queen gonna be offended for you to even allow a motherfucker to come on here and lie on her name like that.
A lot of great men have shit on themselves. Drug addiction is a motherfucker.
I mean, shout out to Munchie B, but it was peanut butter. Let's go on to the next topic.
Lush One was passed out in a pool of his own vomit.
Huh? He what?
He was passed out in a pool of his own vomit here.
He's a dope fiend.
Yep. Shout out to Lush One. Okay. The Stan G interview will be heavily modified. I would love to hear the people weigh in on how
the crazy part about this, let me tell you why he's a bozo and you ain't even getting it, right? See, Op would do anything to get back at a nigga that he don't want to face. This is why he wanted to make sure I wasn't in the building, right?
You were very upset about me even telling Stan G that you would not be there during his interview.
But guess what? He told them. He didn't tell me.
He told who?
The Clubhouse niggas. Whatever y'all conversation was, he put it in his PTR for the people to see. So now it is, you got a nigga like saying what he's saying. I'm like, well, if that's the case, you should have said, well, shit, maybe we should have Wack in the room.
Well, I would have loved that.
But he didn't want that.
I mean, if I had assurance from you that you were going to handle it in a responsible way, then I would love to bring you guys together.
You just a white dude with a business, bro. You don't.
I would have security, and I would have that get you to pledge.
But you ain't never had security in here that meant nothing to me, bro. The only one you had was the homie, and he was P-Funk, and he gonna fall in line.
This time will be different. This time we will have non-lethal weapons. You will be shot with a rubber bullet if you try to attack. If you try to attack Stan G,
ain't nobody giving a fuck about none of that, bro. None of your people move.
You will be
nothing.
shot with a rubber bullet and possibly have the what's it called, the taser shot.
Okay, what you think gonna be happening to you?
I'll just be chilling.
Okay, I'm glad you think that.
Me and Stan will be standing in the corner while you're restrained.
You know the crazy part about it is, I gotta say it. I never wanted to say it.
Yeah, but
you don't give a fuck about what happened to no black man up here, as long as it's content.
Oh God.
No, for real. Like if you know a situation lead to violence, right? Long as you get it on camera, you cool with it.
That's your response to me saying that I would like for you guys to have a conversation and that I would have security on deck to make sure that there was no violence. Your response is you don't care about black on black violence and you actually want to encourage it after, again, I had just stated all of the lengths that I would go to make sure there was no violence. Checkmate.
Here go the thing, bro. I'm not the others.
Smack the like button if you just saw that beat down.
What beat down?
The fact that you tried to call me racist in the dumbest possible way.
Racist?
Yeah, you did. You said I love black people killing each other, even though I just explained how I would go so far out of my way to make sure that very thing did not happen.
Why you think 4Xers is tripping? Nigga, you brought everything he don't get along with, and you brought shit in this building that you didn't bring in this building when he was healthy. You brought shit in this building to talk about him and antagonize him when he was laid up.
That's
like, dude, believe bullshit, nigga. You brought a Hoover in this bitch.
I do a weekly podcast.
You brought a Hoover in this
Munchie
bitch,
B.
and there's one thing is he ain't tripping.
Hoover, who you know yourself that I had been talking to for months and finally got on the podcast.
It's one thing,
and didn't ask him about 4X's hand. He just talked about it.
Yeah, but see, that's the problem. It's one thing if you would have just potted, but the minute he listen, no.
So you not only want your ego to be protected on this podcast, you also want everybody else to have control over who gets interviewed. The exact thing that you once hated on 4Extra for doing because you blacklisted, or no, 4Extra told me that he didn't want me to have B-Braze on, and I agreed, and you told me that that was super up that I gave in to him doing that. And now you're claiming that not only can I not interview anybody that you don't get along with, but that 4Extra now should be mad at me for doing that exact thing.
You know what I told B-Braze? I said, bro, if and when you go on there, do you. Don't put too much time into another nigga because it's your time.
This is the Wack100 hypocrisy hour.
No, this is real shit. But to allow a direct op, now this real shit on, to come on here, that's cool, your platform, run your content. But the minute the nigga got to making jokes about his hand, 4Xers in his mind, believe it or not, in his mind, dude looked at you as something else. Now, I'm going to ask you on some real shit. I don't know if you have brothers, right? But if you had a brother. I do not. Okay, but if you had a brother sibling, I don't think you'll let a motherfucker sit here that you know is his op and talk about his misfortunes. I don't think you would allow that. You might let him sit here to talk, but
I run a podcast in which a variety of different personalities have conversations on camera, and no, I'm not going to be policing those conversations so that every other host doesn't get their feelings hurt. I guess unless they put up a big enough stink like you've done.
Have you ever policed yours? Have you ever took something out you didn't want in there about you?
Maybe once in a blue moon.
Okay, well, shit. I mean, I don't think 4 Extras ever asked about it. I told Gumby. We talked. I said, yo, bro, you got up there, you lied on me, what you said. And I said, bro, you know where you was at. And he said straight up, I was there to get some get back. He, in his head, in his little mind, he think it's favoritism towards neighborhoods. No, motherfucker. It ain't been no Hoovers or no Venice show lines or 50 other gangs of people that's out there doing anything that said, hey, come on up. You get what I'm saying? It ain't got nothing to do. If you got Bricc, baby, that happen to be from there and 4 Extras from wherever the and Crip Mac, that's very entertaining. Don't get mad because these individuals, right, are doing something to attract people's attention. I asked him, give me a Hoover. The only Hoover we got the little rapper Jap, Alshon Martin, the Treyway dude,
Jab and Treyway been locked up for like 5 years.
And the dude that unalived,
Walkstar. I wouldn't say his career is necessarily really took off
but
yet.
what I'm saying though, right? So when he came up here talking about the Hoovers don't get no love, it been 4, 5 of them in the seat. Does he know how much motherfucking flack you caught allowing the block star or rock, whatever his name is, to sit up in here?
It's true.
Right? So for his mind to go there, oh, this is that. Nah, he just wanted an opportunity to down and disrespect that. And I'm gonna be real. I think Bricc, baby, your comrade, Crip Mac, I know that's your boy. Right? And 4 Extras at the end of the day, we all thought it was a little stronger than that. But I just...
Okay, by what logic could I, as a person who has made fun of T-Rail and his tiny crippled hand over and over and over
y'all
on this
go
podcast,
back and forth.
How could I justify, and I've allowed all the other hosts, everybody's made jokes about his hand, how could I allow those same hosts to do that? And then once somebody made fun of 4 Extra's hand,
okay, I'm glad you
asked this. Remove that, even though also the podcast was live.
Okay, watch this. T-Rail's openly, we've all said this shit. Disrespected your child. And we've all told you and him, it's open season with you, bro. You was out of line. I don't give a f what Adam say. You went somewhere you shouldn't have went, right? So whatever you choose to do or say about that man, you well in your right. So my question to you is, how many times have you heard 4 Extras even disrespect their neighborhood? He don't even bring them up. How many times have you heard 4 Extras mention this man's name?
Who, Munchie?
No, not Munchie.
They've gone back and forth plenty of times.
Not Munchie, Gumby.
Never.
How many times have he came up here and just slandered the Hoover?
Never. No, it doesn't do that.
Okay, that's my point. You get what I'm saying? Now, if he would have gave off that energy, I'd be like, well, shit, that's how it go. You done said some crazy shit about them, so this what it is. Adam let him up. Dude came up for whatever reason, so you can't really, like, gauge that or shut that down. T-Rail, fuck you, disrespected me. See, that ain't cool.
But
you know what I'm saying? That ain't cool. You can't compare the two.
Within hip hop, there's a lot of things that are very, very normalized. Making fun of people's loved ones, making fun of people's dead loved ones, making fun of people's neighborhoods, their gangs, etc. All this stuff, pretty normal. Not the kind of stuff that we remove from conversations. I would say that making fun of somebody after they sustain a very serious injury falls into the exact same category.
Listen.
Your op blows fingers off. You make fun of him on a podcast. I don't think it's my job to jump in between that and say, no, Munchie, don't say that. I know we're on live, but don't say that. Munchie. You can't say that, Munchie.
No. If you telling me, and I don't be keeping up what they do, if you telling me Munchie and 4 Extras then shot daggers at each other, that's open season. Right? Yeah, that's open season. You ain't heard me mention Munchie, right? That's open season. But the other individual, like, bro, that shit was like, I don't know what it feels like to be laid up, not knowing you ain't gonna have a few fingers, right? I ain't went through that. I hope I don't never have to go through that. But it's an even more fucked up feeling to look up and one of your main ops who really ain't did nothing to be here, but he here because no jumper gives people a shot. That's what it is, right? And allow a motherfucker to come up here and violate you, although you never, like at some point I'd have been like, hey bro, chill out, homie. You know, bro ain't here. Whatever y'all got going, y'all got going. You know, he do, you know, this is his place of business and shit. You know, he trying to recover and y'all already got 40 years of bad blood. You know what I'm saying? But once again, to each his own. I just think in his mind, 4Xtra's mind, he believed that it was like some type of camaraderie